rebranded Kaya in the wake of everything that's going on due to the coronavirus. First off, sending positive vibes out there to everyone. But second off, we're in quarantine season right now. And so that calls for Corona conversations. So this is our first one with my friend Annsleigh.
Hey guys.
And we're just going to have a little convo for you all. So stay tuned. So today, I'm here with my friend and content creator, Annsleigh.
Hey y'all.
And she's going to ask me some questions. So It's going to be a nice little, friendly conversation as we sit inside the house today.
6 feet away.
Yes.
Okay.
Ish. 6 divided by 2 is 3.
We tried. Okay. You're good with math. I forgot you're so good with math. I was like, okay. So, to do a little switcheroo. Of course, everyone knows Nakaya is an amazing interviewer, but I have a couple questions for her, as she's mentioned. I was sincerely interested because I know you are an MBA student at the wonderful Emory University on scholarship. Like, I always point that out. I love bragging on my friends.
Thanks, friend.
And so, of course, in the wake of the coronavirus, they've canceled school. And at this point, you're doing virtual learning. Like, they basically have said, no more school. Y'all are still, graduating, but they've canceled graduation. So I just want to know, how did this cancellation of this major event affect you, your friends? How does it make you feel? Like, how are you processing all of this?
Ooh, that's a good question. And it's hard to process, to be honest. I mean, hypothetically, just tackling part one about the virtual learning, and that's for everyone because everyone's moving to virtual learning. It is hard. I'm with y'all. It is hard to just not say, well, forget it. Like, oh, well, that's hard. But when you think about the fact that you started something, you still gonna have to finish it strong, despite what format is coming in.
Right.
So just because a world crisis happened doesn't mean that's okay to no longer care. And chill. There's still something you committed to, so you're gonna have to finish strong. That's part one. But part two, with the cancellation of everything, I mean, graduation being canceled is just, not to make it about me, but it's sad.
Yeah.
And I really feel bad about that because this was my last time pursuing a degree. This is a high school diploma. I guess I'll count that as one. A bachelor's degree from Spelman and then a master's degree from Emory. Like, that's what I always kind of planned out in my life. And to have that last graduation,
it's kind of snatched.
Just kind of snatched. Yeah, they're making commitments to look into other options.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's still not graduation on May the 8th as it was originally, regardless. And so just thinking about no longer being with my classmates, people I've been building relationships with for the last year and a half, and then no longer having some of those recruiting and jobs and all that stress too.
That's great. Like, just having that moment and then going into the workforce that you would traditionally do, as you've done in the past, with Spelman straight into the workforce pipeline, is like, that's kind of nerve-wracking.
It is very nerve-wracking. But all that being said, hypothetically, when you think about it, I'm going to be 30. This is my third graduation. I can live without it, right? I've had those other memories. But who I really feel bad for and who my heart goes out to are the high school seniors. Who have been working their whole lives and may even be the first to graduate for some of their families, who no longer get those proms, those major life-changing events that we've all had. And so if I feel bad for anyone about the graduations, the cancellations, the virtual learning, it's for them who really were robbed of an experience that we've all benefited from and maybe benefited from 2 to 3 times.
Exactly.
And so that's who I really feel bad for. Of course, I am not happy with the situation, but it's not about me, it's about the rest of the world. And if I'm sad for anyone, it's the high school seniors.
I know, the 18-year-olds, like, for sure, I currently work in the school system by day, and so I deal hands-on with a lot of seniors, and all they talk about is graduation, prom, what are you wearing, what car you driving, oh, I'm about to get the Porsche, I'm about to get the G-Wagon. Of course, I think that's way too elaborate for high school. However, they save their money, like spring break, they've like been stacking their money, they've been going to work after school, like working at Walmarts and working different places. They're like, oh, I got $800 saved, I got a band saved, just for their spring break. They're paying for their own proms. They're just being really adult to make sure they have these experiences. and it's over with. Like, and I agree, like, just watching how passionate they were, especially about prom. And everybody loves graduation, your family comes together, but they wanted to flex, okay?
Flex.
They want to flex for the gram, they want to be cute.
Probably made their own dresses.
Yes, getting dresses personally made, makeup. And so I know that for them, and they're not going to be able to really relive this moment. I really don't think there's going to be a majority of high schools, especially in Georgia, they're going to redo a prom and redo a graduation. It would be tight if all the high schools did, but that's not going to be like, and now we're on the South Side. Right. So I just don't see that in their foreseeable future. So like you said, it's crazy. The fact that you said you have to be disciplined though, and you have to make sure that you focus on what you started. Like chilling from home, like you said, can get really relaxed.
Yep.
Like,
too relaxed.
And you have to be motivated to finish it. And what's kind of weird is like, what do you think about the world shifting to everything being virtual? Like, what if this is like, I mean, coronavirus is very serious, but it is forcing the world to go into a test mode of seeing, can the world really function strictly virtually? Like,
I think that, I hope not, because, I mean, virtual is cool, but that's not how I plan to do business going forward. I would hope.
In-person interactions.
But I feel like virtual for corporations, virtual for learning. Honestly, excuse my French, but you're calling, it's a straight up call to everyone to do half-ass work. I mean, you would hope that those trusted employees and them trusted, students who admire rigor don't want to do that type of work. But you kind of leave them with no choice, right? Yeah. They're no longer in that environment.
Competitive
where they feel like they can thrive and where pressure was more so forced on them. Mm-hmm. Now that's in the environment, I'm going to let you be at home, your most comfortable place. In the bed. And learn how to do abstract algebra.
Yeah.
Is it really going to get learned? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But, I do think it calls for people to maybe see alternatives to how they can do business and learn new ways, even learn technology for some of them baby boomers, etc.
Right. They never felt forced to learn it or never felt like they had to learn it. Now you have to like dabble in actual technology.
And for some people, it's more of a challenge. Like, oh, I'm gonna have to work harder because I'm not at work. Mm-hmm. So clearly, there's still gonna be a lot of eyes on me, and just because I'm at home, I can't let my work ethic be lackluster. Right. So you will have some 1% of people who feel like they gotta work harder because they're at home. But for the other 90 to 99%,
what's some tips you would give somebody
to
stay focused? I heard a lot.
I don't know because I ain't tried it yet. For real, I have not tried it.
You just got off spring break.
I'm still on spring break because it got extended. But some tips for me would be just treating it like you still at school. So I would probably, when I start, this is what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to wake up at 10 because that's what time, or wake up and get ready around 10 because that's what time I would if I was going to real class. And then I'd be on campus till about 6. So I'll just be on my computer at my kitchen table, whatever, from 10 to 6. Now, am I more comfortable because I'm at home? Sure. Will I have the prices right on? Maybe. But I'm still going to be acting like I'm a student. Mm-hmm. Because when you think about it, it's not that long. We're talking about 6 weeks left of schooling. That's really no time. So that's what I'm going to be doing going forward.
Finish it strong.
So just treating it like you're still there, even though you're not. And try and reduce distractions. So, okay, if you know that your cell phone buzzing every 10 seconds is a distraction, well, move it upstairs. Move it to another room. Do something with it. So reduce distractions. I'm not going to turn mine on.
I know, that's something to say. Especially during the epidemic. You got to keep your phone on.
So I'm not going to turn it. Reduce distractions. Find ways to stay mentally stimulated, even if it's for a walk outside. And then just treat it like you still are there, present at school or at work.
That's real.
So let's think about this. Being that we've been quarantined.
Right.
I don't know about y'all, but this is like day 7 for me. I ain't stayed in the house all like that. But
let me see. I think it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
You're day 3.
What's today? Wednesday?
Thursday.
It's day 4. I don't know what day it is. Obviously, it's been a while. I don't know what day it is.
We're already going crazy.
It's not the first day I got dressed.
We're already going crazy. So day 4. Has this experience showed you, or what has it kind of done as it pertains to your values? Has it shown you more of what you value? Have you thought more about what you valued? Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so for sure, I think it's shown me that I really value quality time with my parents. So I'm an Atlanta, Georgia native, and so I cohabitat with my parents. And so I love seeing them get older. Like I love being there while they get older. And I think sometimes a lot of people miss out on those moments because, you know, you are working all the time, you are traveling, and you are living away from your family. But I get to watch them get older and like interact with each other and how they like live together as a married couple. And so I value those moments I share with them to see a solid image of how people would interact in a marriage during an epidemic. It's like you're supposed to get closer when the world is in shambles, you know? And so I think that's super cool to watch. I think I also have valued like going outside. I used to go to the gym workout, and during like I don't like the heat or like the sun like that. But now I really kind of mess with the sun. Like I just want to go outside and take a walk. So I've been like running around the neighborhood or like jogging around the neighborhood, and I value air. I value that. And the third thing I probably value too is learning how to cook. Okay, so y'all getting to know a lot about me. Okay, so I don't know how to cook like that, you know. And Plies made a post. He was like, "This is the season of real women. Now you get to see who really know how to cook and hold you down." I don't know how to cook, and I think that I value the fact that my parents are like, one day my mom cooks, one day my dad cooks, and I just like clean the house. I tell y'all so much about me right now, but yeah, now I want to learn how to cook. Now I want to like a farm or something. Like I'm like, if the world shuts down, what we gonna eat? Like now I want like a garden. Like so, I'm really getting into nature a lot more and just time to just isolate. So and just go back and see yourself. I think the world was moving like super fast. Like go, go, go.
And we were all moving as fast as it was.
Yeah.
Fast paced. That's why we can't sit still.
Yeah, so we can't sit still.
Like literally, my foot is over. You can't see it, but it's jittering because you know I'm sitting still, and I've been sitting still for the majority of the day.
Like we were just going. Humans were just like going nonstop, and now that we're all forced to just slow down. It's really a simple life, and people really used to live like this, like simple, like chill lives.
But what I think from a value perspective too, like what I've been admiring about people is majority of people have stayed in.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you don't really know how much humility the world has until it's a crisis. And I just think about, you know, you see all those photos and Instagram videos of those people visiting their grandparents in nursing homes, etc., because they're the most at risk, like through their windows, because they care so much about their safety. And you see the government taking initiative and shutting down all visitation to nursing homes or anything with senior citizens to protect them. And it's like, at times it feels like America don't even care about you if you over 65.
Yeah.
And so just to kind of see them take some sort of step to keeping those who are 90, 100 plus, you know, safe is like, you know, it puts things in perspective. But also what I learned or kind of started to value more was just physical health. Because I'm telling you what, I would consider getting in my car and driving exercise. That took effort. But now, as I'm just sitting at home, it's like either I'm going to sit and just eat all day
and gain weight
because I can't go anywhere and gain weight,
can't go to the gym.
Or I'm going to force myself to get out of that mindset and do something physically for myself to benefit me as a stress reliever, as a weight reducer, as a whatever. So that's something I value.
Best for real, that point you made about a stress reliever. I think a lot of people are going to get into hermit mode and get in a depressive state because you're not moving. Like you need those endorphins, especially during this time. And you'll just sit, start thinking about how everything's falling apart. You got to get up and move because, you know, you can have very sad moments if you're just indoors all the time and you're not interacting with people that you love on a consistent basis. It'll shut you down mentally and emotionally. And I too value, I think after this epidemic, Lord, once it's over, that this country is going to value a sense of cleanliness to a whole nother level. Okay, like y'all about to be clean. Okay, y'all. Like I stopped. Okay, don't judge me. I'm very transparent. I guess you all can see. I stopped bringing my shoes all the way into the house. I now leave them outside the door in the garage, like, or just like constantly washing our hands and just like washing everything down consistently. We was not doing it like that.
Show was not.
We was not. Because then you talk about Brazil, like you said, like their sense of cleanliness when you went over there.
Yep, I just went to Brazil, and what I was telling her was, literally, there was a line in the bathroom at the lunch hour when we visited a company to rebrush your teeth after you ate lunch. And so we a line. I'm like, I ain't never in my life brushed my teeth after lunch at work. Ever. So I'm talking about a line of people. So it's just interesting to see how the point I was making was in Brazil, they just cared so much about their hygiene, not in the midst of a crisis.
Just naturally.
Naturally.
Midday showers.
Right. Showers, cleanliness. That was what
Which
they
we
valued.
do.
We value it to an extent.
But to the point where you taking your midday break and waiting in line and not rushing back to your desk. In America, it's like, go. Like other countries, like sit and have full lunches. Everybody shuts down for lunch and like eat together. In America, just like, okay, you might have 15 minutes. If you have a nice job, you can have an hour lunch break. But there are a lot of people in America that have like a 15-minute, 10-minute lunch break. And it's right back to work. Yeah. That is something to definitely value. Yeah. I feel like we talk about relationships within friendships. I think we value that too. Because just our moment sharing together, it's like, I sat down and FaceTime like my homegirls just so I can see their face and like check on them. Like, there's certain people you probably normally wouldn't have checked on, or you're just like, okay, we have a 5-person max. We can just see each other one-on-one like we're doing. And I'm going to pull up on you and spend time with you because now we have time.
Right.
So I think, too, just valuing like friendships and spending time. Because you can't even flake on your friend no more like, girl, I'm tired from work. Or, girl, I had to go here. You can't go nowhere. Ain't no more flaking. Okay?
Well, that, and it's also like, okay, you probably had time to think about who you care to be around, or who you care to speak
in a crisis.
Who gonna make the list?
Because people get cut off. Okay.
Who gonna make the list? Not for 2020. This is not a new year necessarily. This is a crisis. Who gonna make the list post crisis?
For real. It's like somebody put on Twitter that was like BC and AC, like before Christ and after Christ, but before Corona and after Corona.
Life is different.
Okay.
Life real different.
No, seriously. Because, I mean, I told y'all I'm pretty transparent. Nakai knows. Okay. So I'm in a crisis and I'm really just thinking like, who really pulling up on me to make sure I'm good?
Right.
Like, all the times you pulled up on them, all times of the night, not out, but you pulled up. Are they pulling up on you with groceries? Like toilet tissue?
No, the answer is no, they're not. They're not doing it.
Are they calling your family? Like, y'all good? Y'all straight over there? Do they got your mama number? Checking your mom? Like,
are they calling you?
Yeah, let's backtrack. Are they calling you? Are they picking up the phone to call you in a crisis?
We're talking about friends here, you know.
Yeah,
just friends.
Not husbands and stuff. But if you can connect and relate, it's just really making you reassess a lot of your relationships, friendships, you know.
If the world was ending, who would you want to spend time with?
Who? World epidemic, okay? If anything happened, Lord forbid, who gonna be at the funeral? Like,
who, boo?
Read it for you.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, we're back. But no, seriously, okay? It's just like, everyone has grandparents. Everybody's parents are getting a little older. Who was calling to check on the fam and asking, is the fam okay? And are you okay?
Right.
And who's gonna go to war with you? Like, if we was really okay, like, oh, we need guns, we need protection, we need like a family unit, we need stuff to be held down. Is the person that you was putting on a pedestal, are they gonna be able to fill that role? It just makes you think. That's all I'm saying. This may not be for you.
Consideration.
Just something to think about. Corona. Convos, okay?
Exactly.
Just a little conversation.
Well, I think we hit most of the points that have been major topics. Relationships, jobs, school cancellations, values.
For sure. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to think about. And so we appreciate y'all for tuning in and thinking about it with us.
We do. So you can tell them where they can reach you and follow you, Anns.
Yes, I'm Annsleigh Denise. That's Annsleigh Denise on all platforms. ANNSLEIGH Denise, and just hit me up. I enjoy hosting and creating content, of course, when they're so fun, like Nakaya.
Awesome. Well, thank you, friend, for episode 1 of Corona Conversations. You know, you guys can jump in on the conversation in the comments. We'll take a look at them and reply. So we got time. So you'll definitely see replies. You will definitely see some replies coming at you. But stay tuned. More Corona Conversations to come in the near days, months. Multiple months. So you never know. Maybe till the summer. Yeah. So we just hope that everyone is staying safe and, again, staying positive. And again, our hearts go out to the seniors. Yes. Y'all have our sincerest.
Anyone who's lost a loved one.
Yes, to Corona. Yeah. Y'all have our prayers, and we're thinking of y'all, for real. All right. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. See you again next time.
See ya.